floga, facing over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi my ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's your girl Owamie aka Miss Fear for collaborating back for our entertainment. If it's the first time you're me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now my ninjas, before we get into this video, let's go ahead and check this shout out.
Hi guys, my name is Constance Kanye. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The name of my channel is I am Connie_K. This channel is dedicated to all things fashion, decor and New York's adventures. Exploring the heart of Big Apple, this channel is your go-to for your inspiration. Please join me as we uncover the secret of this vibrant city that never sleeps. Please consider to subscribe, share my video and like my video. Please guys, subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Ninjas, I do this shout out so that we can help each other grow. So please do go to the Ninjas channel and make sure that you comment, make sure that you subscribe, and make sure that you actually say that Queen Ninja sent you guys. I do this shout out so that we can help each other grow, obviously, as I said. So please Ninjas, please do go ahead and show our ninjas some love. I'll make sure that I leave a link in my description box down below to the Ninjas channel. And yeah, please do make sure that you do the things that make the pots happen. Awesome boys, you know. And yeah man, ninjas, today we're gonna be talking about Nikki. Obviously you guys know that I did make a video about Jamie, and I have to make a video about Nikki responding. It is a bit unfortunate that obviously when all the screenshots actually dropped, I was in vendor at that time, so yeah, I'm only getting to make it, make this video now. But to all the ninjas that wanted to know what my opinion was when it came to this, you're about to basically find out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read. It's a lot of screenshots, by the way. It's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start off by saying this was from Nikki Thot's Instagram account. She said, I made a video responding to the allegations that was ready. She said, I made a video responding to the allegations and was ready to press post, but for the sake of our children, I'm not going to engage in a back and forth online. I'll share context that was missing from his video and leave this subject alone. I've had no contact with him since he posted that video, nor have I threatened legal action. Jamie removed the video simply because he saw that people went buying his story. I felt something wasn't right in my marriage, but I didn't know what I was experiencing. In June 2019, I came across the podcast Love and Abuse, where I discovered that what emotional abuse was. I made the mistake of telling him I knew he was emotionally abusive and probably a covert nag. Okay, I never cheated on Jamie and he knows that, but he was quick to run a smear campaign through the community about why we broke up. I want to make it clear that what you witnessed was reactive. The clips you saw were carefully edited and didn't show what led to me making the phone out of his hand. Never have I punched this man or throw heavy objects at him during our disagreements. I came to the house to collect some clothes and wanted to have a conversation. He kept calling me a slut and to get out of his house. I then requested that he drops the girls at the supermarket car park for changeover, and he says I would rather do it at the police station. This wasn't court ordered. At this point, I'm highly upset because why would you want to inflict that trauma on our daughters? Having changed over with their parents at a police station every week, he just wanted to manipulate their minds and paint the picture that mom was so dangerous that dad needed protection. I smacked the camera out of his phone, out of his hand, because I was in a vulnerable moment and didn't want to be recorded. This was a pattern where he constantly violated humiliated me by filming me without consent. It started early at 18. Then when I gave birth, he posted my very personal birth vlogs without giving me any time to emotionally recover. I remember begging him to give me time with our newborn baby, with our new baby before we shared her with the world, but he told me to stop sabotaging the channel. When the cameras were rolling, Jamie was very sweet to me, but behind the lens, he was highly critical. My body after children quickly became a main topic, and he expressed me needing to hit the gym 3 weeks postpartum with Ava. He would repeatedly comment on my stretch marks and loose skin, asking why I couldn't just snap back. He blamed me for absolutely everything. Nothing I could do was right, and I was at fault for everything that went wrong in his life. Shortly after the encounter, he tried to get a restraining order on me. Not only did he put himself down as a protected person, but also our 2 young daughters. If he was successful in obtaining that, I could not come within 200 meters of them. His mother enabled his behavior and signed a witness that she saw me beating him in front of the children. The clip you saw of me smacking the phone, that is in brackets. And they took this evidence to court. I put a counter complaint on him, and it was up to the judge to decide. He knows there's nothing I love more than our daughters, so he used that footage to silence me. We never went before a judge. Instead, he had his lawyer present an undertaking, which conveniently included that the children could continue being filmed for YouTube. It also included that we couldn't mention one another or our relationship online for 12 months. We both signed it because I had no intention of making this public and didn't want to risk the chance of not seeing our girls. He has been free to speak on this since 2020. Now, of course, she did go ahead and post some stuff here. That's just like, I think these are like the document from court. And then she continued to say, I never kept him from the kids. I said you can see them whenever you want. All I asked is that he stopped exploiting them. I saw how it affected me in the marriage, and I didn't want our kids to suffer the same confusion because dad was totally different when the cameras were off. In 2020, Jamie messaged my sister and was trying to get me back once he saw his views were still low. Despite using the kids for the majority of his content, I had already filed for divorce, but he wanted me to change my mind. He came to my parents' house, we went for a walk, and he told me he wanted his family back. I said no, and our divorce was finalized in December of 2020. Since then, I've been negotiating their online presence and managed to get it down to 1 video a week featuring the kids. This was across all platforms including YouTube, TT and IG. I worked very hard to lower their online presence because I saw how it affected them. I initially agreed to him filming with the kids as long as he pays them a percentage, but he refused that offer. He claims I was vengeful, but after I left, he stole the channel, changed password to the business email so I couldn't work with past clients, and changed our bank details on AdSense so the revenue from our past vlogs went to his personal account. He kept the vlogs for himself, leaving me with 0 memories of our children. I requested my full birth videos, but he kept them from me for 3.5 years. He used this as leverage so that I changed my stand on him making content with the girls. Part of the reason I vlogged was to have a memory diary of our babies as they grew, but he kept this from me too. I even asked for footage of my sister Sarah. He had all the hard drives and he told me they were destroyed. Please keep in mind my sister isn't alive anymore, and they were the only videos of her I had to look back and remember her. He knew our children and my sister were a sensitive spot for me, so he would use these 2 things to control me. Jamie's health issue never stopped him from partying with his friends, never stopped him from taking trips overseas while I looked after our children. When I did ask for assistance, he would throw it in my face that I was the one who wanted kids. So I find it interesting that he claims he's too sick to work a regular job. I even gave him ideas on what he could film. I told him he could make videos editing content as he's a great editor, or work a traditional job. I'm not limiting his capacity to earn. I simply put my foot down and said, don't exploit our children for monetary gain like he did with me. Jamie kept dragging me back to court and writing complaints to the lawyers constantly. The legal fees he incurred were self-inflicted. His 40th birthday. On Jamie's 40th, guys, I know I'm leaning too back, but obviously this is my phone. On Jamie's birthday, the girls had school. They mentioned Dad was going to Sydney for his birthday. He was aware she had a dental emergency, so I took the next available appointment, which happened to fall on Friday. I offered for him to take them instead, as it was an emergency, and he said he'd rather take them out for ice cream so he doesn't miss his flight. The appointment was at 5 p.m. I picked the girls up from the local ice cream place at 4:40 and we went to our appointment. Jamie then left for the airport at 5 p.m. to catch a flight to Sydney. The dead playground. At this point of co-parenting, I had reached my tolerance and wanted minimal in-person contact with him for the sake of Ava and Zoe. He would always have his phone out trying to bait a disagreement with me because I didn't want them being used in content. I asked him to put Zoe in school on a Wednesday so I could completely avoid contact with him. One parent drops them off and the other picks them up. This seemed like a great solution, but of course he fought me on this too. Had there been work obligations restricting him from changing his schedule, I would completely understand, but there isn't. He had only been to this playground one time. He could have made other arrangements for the sake of healthy co-parenting. Disney. I had to take legal action for my girls to even attend at school at their ages. In Australia, you start school at 5 or 6 depending on how early in the year you were born. Jamie wanted them to delay another year so he can milk them for views whilst they were in his care. I said no. We live in Australia and California. Was a very far flight and he had never taken them out of the country alone. I didn't want them to go, but I offered to come so the girls didn't miss out on this experience. But he knew if I was there, I wouldn't like him filming them as much as he made co-parenting the issue. I wanted to put our issue aside and give the girls some happy memories with both parents. I brought up the matter of schooling because he took me back to court and forced me to send the girls to this very expensive private school. This was his request and I'm now responsible for their expenses. Depression is nothing I could ever take lightly. The comments I made on the recorded audio were not okay. Before the press record, he was calling me crazy and said I needed psychiatric help, threatening to take full custody of our kids, so I stooped to his level. This isn't an excuse and I apologize to those statements caused offense to anyone. Long story short, this was a very manipulative and calculated attack on not only myself, but this act will also cause collateral damage to our 2 children. This was a 4-year-old clip. Now these clips will remain online forever. I have moved on with my life. I'm in a loving, genuine relationship and I'm finally at peace. This mere campaign was made to not only garner sympathy from his audience, but to revive a stagnant YouTube channel, sell an unrealistic children's book, and completely slander my reputation. Jamie wanted revenge for me putting my foot down and restricting how often he posts the girls online. It disheartens me that I need to even make these statements because most people with discernment can see it for what it was. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to read this. To Ava and Zoe, I am so sorry. Okay, now that is Nikki. Okay, Nikki Perkins. Oh no, sorry, Nikki Thot. I also hate it when someone calls me with a surname that is not mine. So Nikki Thot. Now I know that my voice is husky. I'm not feeling fluish, so I don't know if maybe it's exhaustion. I've been working crazy. You guys know I went to Venda, came back, I was in court the whole day, and now I'm here working, and tomorrow I still have more work, but you know, we push. The only thing you can do for me is make sure that the likes are up, you make sure that you're sharing, and I'm good, you know. But anyway, ninjas, it's definitely giving I don't have receipts. I don't even want to lie. And And I know that some of you guys will actually attack me. I'm not on Jamie's side, I'm not on Nikki's side, I'm just on the side that makes sense to me, and this side honestly does not make sense to me. And I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you guys. First of all, it's giving I don't have receipts. You cannot film a whole video, which was gonna be one video, and then now you say that you're not publishing it because you don't want to talk about this, but then go ahead to post like a billion screenshots or stories in your Instagram. I love Nikki, as I said, I love both of them equally, even at that, but it's definitely giving I do not have receipts. First of all, I do feel that Nikki really did not take accountability, because at the end of the day, guys, we can call, I mean, at this point, if you go to Jamie's comment section, they're calling him brokey, they're calling him this, like they are insulting the crazy out of that guy, you know. Sharp if that's what we want to do, but let's not ignore the fact that he came with proof. There are certain things that we cannot dispute. Nikki has hit Jamie before. That was not the first time. Okay, she did not hit him this time, or from what I saw, she smacked the phone, but that was wild. One hand you have got your child, the other you out there smacking the crazy other people's heads, you know. But honestly, for me, I don't even want to lie, guys. At the end of the day, we have seen the screenshot of her actually apologizing. Well, let me say that everything is alleged, because there's nowhere where I saw her actually saying that the screenshots that Jamie posted were false, right? That is the first thing. The second thing, there's a lot of contradiction from what we heard from the audios and what she's actually saying. Yes, I do get it that Ugo was saying that she's bringing context, but I did not see context there, you know. Okay, you acted violent because somebody did something. That's not an excuse. As a person, you should be at a point where you're able to control yourself. Now imagine if we went out there smacking people and claiming, oh, it was because they provoked me, it was reactive. Everybody is reactive, you know. I think that Nikki definitely just needs some anger management. I don't know if she has maybe gone through therapy and she's at a better place, but whoever she was then, that was not good whatsoever, you know. So for me, I do find that people are insulting Jamie, but Jamie is the one that actually came with all the proof, yet Nikki just wrote something and she didn't bring a single proof for me. Like, okay, there was that, sorry, the document that was there that seems like, it's like it was just only 2 pages, guys. It's like maybe it's from court or something, but that does not really honestly prove anything. There's no screenshot of anything, and I do understand that maybe she can say that, well, you know, I deleted everything because I've moved on with my life and stuff like that. But the thing is, the audios that we actually had Nikki actually talking, that is completely like different. That is 1,000% different. I think that she knew that if she posted a video, she was gonna suffer maybe the same fate or even worse than the fate that Jamie actually suffered, because Jamie at this point had to even take that video down, you understand. At first he did actually disable the comments, and then now the video is just completely down. I am so sorry, but I am going to believe what I saw with my eyes. I saw proof from Jamie's videos. I'm not saying that he did not manipulate the situation. I'm not saying that Uga is not acting a bit spoiled. Do I think that he cannot get a job? No. How many parents are out there, guys, that are having kids and they're working regular jobs? A lot, you know, a lot. But I'm gonna go ahead and also talk about this particular one that I really honestly just feel like Nikki is lying to us, guys. Like, there has to be something. And one thing that I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys is this part where she claims that she's fighting so that the kids are actually not on the internet or blah blah blah, that time on the internet is actually limited, and she claims that she has fought hard so that it's only once, right? Okay, first of all, remember, these kids were born on the camera. Literally from the day they were born, the camera was right over there, and that's what has been able to support them. That's what has been able to put food on the table. When they were together, that's exactly what they did. They filmed those kids every single day. She had no problem with it, in my personal opinion, because it kept on happening, right? Sharp. Now she claims that she does not want the kids to be confused, she does not want the kids to be on the internet, blah blah blah. Okay, Sharp, we get that, but what is she doing on her side? Go to Nikki's videos, guys. You'll find those kids there. So if you are a mother really and you're fighting so hard because you don't want your kids on the internet and you have limited it down to 1, then it means that for me, I would never put them on the internet. I'd be like, okay, at least they're only gonna be shown once by their father and that's it, but then she's still showing the kids. So for me, it really honestly is giving like beta vibes. Like, that's for me, I won't even lie, it's giving, well, not necessarily to say beta, but it's giving, I just don't want you to use to film with the kids. She also basically said that she offered that she would be okay if Jamie filmed with the kids, but then he gave them a percentage. So girl, which one is it? Is it about the money? Or is it because of you basically just don't want those kids on the internet? Because now you're contradicting yourself. So it means that, okay, they can be on the internet for a price. But because if Jamie is basically filming with them, you won't get, or the kids won't get a share, I should say, then that's not okay with you? Like, guys, come on. Like, come on. Okay? Like, come on. For me, it just did not make any sense. When I looked at it, I was like, girl, but something is just really honestly not adding up when it comes to that. When it comes to the appointment, and she's saying that it was an emergency, I really honestly don't know about that. If it was an emergency and then the appointment that is there is only on the father's birthday, definitely an emergency is an emergency. If the child is in pain, you have to take the child to the hospital. But what emergency was there? And from what Jamie showed us, it seemed like the appointment was just made, right? Which again, I won't say much because I don't know. If it was an emergency, then I would completely understand, right? Sharp. I feel like with most of the stuff that Nikki basically came out and said, I don't know, man, what to say, man. I don't feel like she really responded, hey? I feel like she said a lot, but she said nothing. Especially for the allegations that have been brought forth. Did you ever communicate with your ex? Because different people actually consider cheating in different ways. For me, I know that there's someone that claims, well, I never cheated because I never even, slept with these people. But you were trying to, they were just refusing. For me, you cheated. Because if they gave you an opportunity, you would have done it, right? So for me, already you've cheated. Whilst there's someone that is like, okay, well, if he didn't do it, then he did not cheat, So what I'm basically saying is that to Jamie, if you were secretly communicating with your ex, if he considered that cheating, then you cheated on him. Especially if what he's saying is the truth, wherein he found out the first time, which means that he has to have let you know that I don't like this, for me this is cheating, and then you do it again, then you cheated. If obviously what he's saying is the truth. So for me, there are certain parts that I will go ahead and say that, okay, maybe some parts made sense, but as I'm saying, guys, I'm going off on the proof that Jamie basically produced to us, and what Nikki is saying. As much as I love Nikki, it's giving, I don't have receipts, I don't have proof, and I'm out here trying to lie. Okay, that is for me, honestly, because even when she was actually talking about the whole situation, she did admit, guys, that she did not want Jamie to know where Ava was going to school, which is very concerning because that's also her parent. And then when she was talking about him being depressed and stuff, you could literally hear the snark in her voice, like we could all do. And so that was not someone that is sympathetic towards someone that is actually having some mental health struggles at that time. Granted, I do have to say, when you're pushed, you do act out of character, and when you're hurt, you will try to hurt the other person, right? But for me, I just feel like Nikki really did not bring any proof. And I think that's the reason why she did not upload a video. Because if she's sitting down, we have to see her body language, we have to see everything, and she knows that people are going to analyze that video. Girl, you could have easily just posted that video. I hope you actually post that video, because the screenshots that you did, at the end of the day, you still responded. If you did not want us, maybe bloggers, to actually talk about it, we're still gonna talk about it because the screenshots are actually there. At this point, I do hope that these two can just keep it moving. honestly. But let's not downplay or gaslight the fact that Jamie was literally abused, unless if Nikki can come and provide other different stuff, because at this point, I mean, I know that people are very different when the cameras are off. There are a lot of people that are very, very different when the cameras are off, but some things I just don't know, guys, honestly. But basically that is all that I got with her response. I feel it was such a waste of my weight. It really was. I really was expecting a video that was gonna come with proof and basically just discrediting Jamie and basically just showing everything, but she did not do that. She did come with some lame-ass screenshots. And that's that. I think that she should have definitely taken accountability. I would have respected her more if she said, I used to have anger issues, maybe because of certain things that have happened. However, I've worked on myself. It was 4 years ago. I'm a better person now. I'm a different person now. I was gonna be like, okay. But the fact that she did not even take accountability, in my personal opinion, for the abuse that she actually made, which we also saw, her basically apologizing the screenshots, unless if the screenshots were forged, that basically shows that she's still, I don't think that she's someone that has realized that what she was doing was wrong, and someone that has actually worked on herself and said that I'm gonna change, basically that is that. And so man, I don't know. But at this point, I feel like they're both trying to use the kids. I feel like Nikki is definitely using the kids so that Jamie does not make that money on YouTube. And then Jamie also wants to use the kids so that he makes that money on YouTube. And unfortunately, this is going to just affect both the children. And I don't know, man. Like, for me, it makes no sense. Why would you fight to say that the father should not post them, yet you post them? Even if it's that once, then couldn't you say, okay, if they're gonna be on the internet twice, then okay, Jamie, post them twice a week and then I won't post them. Or okay, post them that once a week, I won't post them because I don't want my kids on the internet. That's you putting your foot down. But she still posts them. We are still gonna see them. Even if it's that once a week, guys, we're still going to see them. So I mean, at this point, I think that Jamie is also just at a disadvantaged situation because he is broke, and he has admitted, and everybody's out there. Did I feel like Jamie was also trying to manipulate us? Of course, 1000%. Do I think that he's also trying to use these kids? Yes, 1000%. I feel that. However, I feel like that's what they've been doing since these kids were born. They've been using them for content, and that's what has put bread on the table. So I don't think that it needs to stop now because you all have separated. Continue using them. We love them. We love watching them. So what is the problem? That's where I'm basically at. But I don't know if maybe there's anything that I've actually forgotten at this point. I really don't. But yeah, for me, I was not impressed. I'm really sorry. I was not really impressed. I did wish that she actually posted that video and she came with like in-depth of basically what was actually happening, like the full context and everything. Because you're saying that it was reactive. Everybody can say that I reacted, you actually having anger issues and not being able to control yourself, that's the problem. That's where you need to sit down and be like, okay, what do I need to do, with myself, and how to basically just control myself better. How do I feel about obviously Jamie saying that he needs the exchange to be outside the police station? I mean, for me, I feel like maybe that was a bit extreme, unless if there's something that had happened that would warrant, like maybe during an exchange they had a fight and maybe she became violent and she started to want to attack him. I would understand him saying that let's rather do this at the police station. But other than that, I just feel like no, it definitely would not be reasonable, especially looking at the fact that, like, imagine your kids every day knowing that every weekend we're gonna have to go to a police station so that our parents are gonna, that's absolutely wild for me. But anyway, I mean, I do wish them all long life, happiness, money. I wish them joy. I wish them success. But yeah, honestly, at this point, only because Jamie came with proof, I saw the proof. I saw nothing from Nikki's side. That's for me. But anyway, I mean, I guess that is it. From Owamie, I love you guys. Please do make sure that you comment down below what you guys think of this whole situation after listening to all the screenshots, I mean, that I read. And again, as I'm saying, guys, I think that most of the stuff that she said, like of Jamie being abusive, Jamie talking about her stretch marks, Jamie wanting her to snap back, Jamie this and that and that, obviously that's horrible, you know. However, I'm just like, there's not a single screenshot of any conversation that she actually brought to actually show that I actually spoke to him like how Jamie actually did. Not that I'm saying I don't believe her. I'm just simply saying that there was no proof, you know. And I know just because there's no proof does not mean that something did not happen. However, at the same time, I just don't know. At this point, I really honestly just do not know. But I do hope that these two can be able to sort things out and co-parent healthy. Anyway, I love you, ninjas. Stay blessed. Me and my voice are about to sign out, and I'll see you guys in my next episode. Bye, ninjas.